I'm here to do original songs for you. I'm still setting up here, so just hang on for a minute. Please bear with me. I can now press this button. Okay, so I have a bunch of different windows I gotta attend to really get this going the way it should. Okay, let's see. One more screen. I'm missing a screen. Oh, wait. Okay. There, now I've got all my screens, I think. All right, well, yes, now I've got everything where it's supposed to be. And I see somebody has joined. But I can't say your username because it looks like it's a symbol. But I'm going to start out with a song. Hey, Emiliano! Welcome. I'm just getting started. And I'm going to start off with a song that I wrote all the way back in 1990. And this is the song that it's been in my repertoire the longest. You are number one, as always. In one way or another, you're number one. Oh, hey, Chloe. How are you? I'm about to get started. I'm Seth Hillary Jackson. I'm going to play original songs for you. And here's one. Hey, Anita. I'm just starting. Try to picture her. Her hair like a veil of gold. There aren't any words. Thank you, Emily. 5 roses. Her face like a tale untold. There's a hunger we share, and she gives me a stare with eyes that could melt the cold. I can see paradise, but her flames turn to ice. She locks up her soul. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, a vision in the night. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, you are the morning light. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, I've got you in my sight, but I cannot take you, cannot break you, cannot shake you, and I can't stand back no more. Try to picture her. Her heart wears a coat of steel. Woman of the world. A mask that can seem so real. I can see in her eyes, underneath her disguise, the fear of a lonely child. Afraid of a part, deep down in her heart, now wants to run wild. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, you're crying deep inside. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, and so you run and hide. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, together we could fly, but I cannot find you, cannot bind you, can't unwind you, and I can't stand back no more. Many years ago, they taught you to be oh so strong. You built a wall of stone and you fought your pain alone too long. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, why don't you take my hand? Gabrielle, Gabrielle, I'm the one who understands. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, your wish is my command, but I can't, you won't receive me, won't deceive me, won't believe me, and I can't stand back no more. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, old echoes from the dark. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, still tearing you apart. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, it's not too late to start, but I cannot bend you, cannot mend you, can't defend you, and I can't stand back no more. I cannot take you, cannot break you, cannot shake you, and I can't stand back no more. Well, thank you, everyone, and thank you, Chloe. And as you know, as you may know, or may not, my merch is available at my website, SethHillaryJackson.com. And you know what? After playing, I just put this shirt on because it was chilly in here. But after playing that song, I'm getting warm. So I got to take off this shirt. Mimi, are you the same Mimi who was here last week? You know, last week, I don't know, anybody who was here last week, I'm hoping you're the same Mimi. Are you using a different, oh, you are! Oh my God, I was actually really worried about you. You were in the hurricane. Are you the Mimi who was in the hurricane? Because I was going to make an announcement tonight. I've been really concerned. For anybody who was here, like a week ago on Thursday, the day of the hurricane, Mimi was telling us that she was like sheltering from a flood, and oh, it's another Mimi. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm glad you're here. But there was somebody named Mimi who was here, and she was telling us that her house was flooding, and they were in 4 feet of water, and apparently they don't have a second floor. They were sheltering on top of their car, and they said the police were on the way. And I was really concerned because I haven't heard anything from Mimi since then. She said she'd let us know the next day, and I haven't heard anything from her. So I'm really concerned, and I really hope that the Mimi who is, I know, and it's really been, I've been just thinking about it. I keep hoping I'll get a message saying, hey, I'm okay. And I hope she's okay. She said the police were on their way, which I hope the police had a boat because I don't know how else they were going to get there. But I really hope she's okay, and I hope we're all praying for Mimi. I'm sure we are. I know, it's really terrifying. So, anyway, Mimi, if you're out there, we hope you're okay. All right, well, how are you all doing tonight? I guess we have a lot to be thankful for because we're all here, right? You know, life is so, you never know what's going to happen. Viral, is that a request? Oh, thank you, Anna, for the rose. Is that a request, or are you just going to make me go viral by everybody liking and sharing? Please share the live, by the way, if you're enjoying it, and invite your friends. So, I don't know if that's a request. It sounds like it might be a request, because I do have a song called I Want to Go Viral. Oh, thank you, Lilani? I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Okay. I will do my best. This is, I don't play this song so often. It's kind of weird to play. And there's a couple of weird chords in it. Well, this chord isn't really that weird, but it's not used so often. So I don't have, I mean, it doesn't come as naturally as chords that I use more often. But anyway, this is a true story. This song is absolutely true. There's not a lie told in this song, okay? I want to go viral. I want to be famous. And all the online world will know what my name is. Like this, like this, like this. And then share this, share this, share this with all your friends. I'm asking you to make this dream come true. Then I'll be an idol. I want to go viral. I want to go viral. I want to go viral. Viral, viral, viral. Let's get it to spiral. I want to go viral. I know, that's real short, isn't it? Well, thank you. Well, please help. Everybody help by sharing and liking and telling your friends. Well, thank you so much, Liv. Thank you, Brooke, for liking the live, and thank you, Juliana, for sharing the live. And Bella, thank you so much. I don't have any grandkids, Nora. Oh, well, Lake, good night. You know, I've been kind of mostly doing evenings lately because the algorithm seems to not like me when I go on earlier. It's very weird. You know, I'm a slave to the algorithm. I have to worry about, is the algorithm going to like me now? So I've done a couple of, maybe it's because I did it a little too late. Like I've done a few like at 4 or 5 in the afternoon and they've been good, but a couple of times last week I didn't make it until 5:30 because, you know, I have this fatigue and I got to be all rested up. So I've gone on like between 5:15 and 5:30 and then the algorithm seems to hate me at that time of day. So, but I'm glad you're all here now because now is what counts. And thank you again for the share, Bella. Hi, Giselle. Nice to see you. I hope you'll hang around. Again, for those of you who have joined, I'm Seth Hillary Jackson, and I'm doing original songs. Songs I wrote. Or some of them, like so far the ones I've done, I've written by myself. But some of my songs, especially a lot of my older ones, especially my pop and country songs, were co-written. Because most of the songs you hear on the radio, hey Evan, how are you? Most of the songs you hear on the radio are actually co-written. And you know, I spent decades working behind the scenes as a non-performing songwriter with the hope that somebody would record my song and become famous with it, or, you know, a famous person would record one. You know, and I was pitching songs to publishers and, you know, if I could get into a label or see an artist directly, but usually publishers, although sometimes I did. Yes, my songs are on Spotify. The 2 that I've played so far are, but the next one I'm thinking of playing is also on Spotify, but this one was co-written and it's on my first album. I should say it's on my album, although I actually have created a second album, but I haven't really made it available yet. I'm probably not going to do a big promotional campaign because it's all songs that have already been released, but I decided to put them all together on an album. Yes, so I'm on all those, I'm on all the streaming platforms plus YouTube, and there's a link in my bio. Depending on which platform you're on, you can click it or you can copy and paste it into your browser. That will take you to a smart link, or a link tree as they call it, with all my other links, including my website, where you can sign up for my newsletter and find my merch and do all the things you can do on an artist website. You can actually download my music from my website, as you can only stream it on Spotify. But anyway, I'm going to do this song. This was co-written. I don't know if I should say this or not. You know, this is kind of a flex, but at the same time, this is really impressive, like when you're in Nashville. You see, everybody, the goal is when people like me are trying to become known and established songwriters, the goal is always, they call it writing up. So if you can write with somebody who's had more success than you, like if you can write with somebody who's a staff writer at a publishing company, that gives you a leg up because then their publisher might pitch your song. Or if you can write with somebody who's actually had hits on the chart, that's even bigger because then, you know, that person's name is on your song and people, it gives you a lot of credibility. So this is a song I wrote with a guy who had like 9 #1 Billboard hits on the charts. And, you know, the fact that you get to write with somebody like that, people are impressed. It's like, it's hard to get to write with those people. Those people could write with whoever they want, basically. So if you can say, yeah, I wrote this with, you know, so-and-so a writer, people are impressed in Nashville. And it can help you get into doors too. You know, you can call up a music publisher. It's, you know, notoriously hard to get in to see these people. But you call them up and you say, yeah, well, I've written songs with, this one was written with a guy named Max T. Barnes. Yeah, I've written with Max T. Barnes. I got a couple of songs. You'll get in the door much more easily. You light up any room. You shine, that's just what you do. Such a wonder to behold. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. I want to hold you all my life. Gaze into those two glittering eyes. See the beauty in your soul. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. You're precious, you're a treasure. They say diamonds are forever. That ain't near enough time together for my heart. Your love to me is priceless. It's flawless and it's timeless, like a ring with a sparkling stone. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. When 10,000 years have passed, this love of ours is always gonna last. Still burning bright when the sun's gone cold. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. You're precious, you're a treasure. They say diamonds are forever. That ain't near enough time together for my heart. Your love to me is priceless. It's flawless and it's timeless, like a ring with a sparkling stone. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. Your love to me is priceless. It's flawless and it's timeless, like this ring with a sparkling stone. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. You're a diamond, let me be your band of gold. I see Fish Camp has joined us. Are you still here? He's Fish Camp from the agency. That reminds me, I forgot to put in my link into the chat at the agency. I think I'm going to just do that real quick. So I'm part of this agency called Talenture, and it's really great. And they're here to help me grow my live. And there's a place where you share links. And I'm going to share my link now because I forgot to do that before I go live. So this just lets people in the agency know that I'm live. And then they can come and support me if they feel like it. So hold on one second while I do this. I mistyped it. I put a comma. That's not going to work when I need a period. Okay, that'll work. There. I hope you all bared with me while I did that. So thank you. I appreciate you hanging around while I put my shared link in there. Okay, I got all these screens. all these windows that I got to keep straight. This is crazy. But okay. I'm okay. I'm not sad. I'm not sad at all. I'm happy right now because you're here and I'm here with you, and that makes me happy. So, I just realized I have not yet done my latest 2 songs. So I am going to do my latest single, and I have to thank you, Nicole. So I have to just mention again, yeah, tap the screen, everybody. Oh, that reminds me. I got this app that I forgot to connect it. Let's see if it's connected. Sometimes it connects automatically. Did it connect automatically? No, it didn't. Now it's connecting. This kind of keeps track of like goals. It's kind of, I don't even know if it does anything, but I guess it sends messages when I reach certain goals. So now that's there. So yes, please tap the screen. And share the live if you're enjoying it. So oh yes, I said I was going to do my latest single. And this is the censored version because we got to keep it family friendly. There is a one word that I'm singing. How long have I been playing? I've been telling this story on my in my videos, and I haven't quite gotten up to the part where I actually started playing, but that's coming soon. But for real, I mean, I had a false start when I was like 11, but that just didn't. But then I actually got a guitar like my junior year in college, and I wasn't really serious about it, but I played it. I learned songs and played it from time to time. So anyway, here's my latest single, and again, this is the censored version. There's a word in the second line that rhymes with Twitter that I'm gonna have to sing a substitute word for just to keep it family friendly, but you can figure out the real word. He calls it X, I still call it Twitter, even wait a second. You'd think I'd remember my brand new song. Let me try it again. He calls it X, I still call it Twitter, either way that site has gone into the spitter. Name calling, rage trolling, lies and outright slander, Elon reposting, Nazi propaganda, lies move at the speed of light. No one cares what's wrong or what's right. People spit out insults to that space. They never say straight to your face. Online or on the air, it's all gone way too far. Its grip is everywhere, pulling us apart. Giant corporations just keep getting greedier, fueling all the hate on anti-social media. Take a look at Newsmax, take a look at Fox. The way they talk to us, they think we're dumb as rocks. Non-stop, over the top, poison for the mind. 24/7, all outrage all the time. A creation of malignant dreams, a well-oiled hate machine. Online or on the air, it's all gone way too far. Its grip is everywhere, pulling us apart. Giant corporations just keep getting greedier, fueling all the hate on anti-social media. Thank you, Fishcam. Anti-social for 2 roses. Anti-social. Anti-social. Online or on the air, it's all gone way too far. Its grip is everywhere, pulling us apart. Giant corporations just keep getting greedier, fueling all the hate on anti-social media. They're fueling all the hate on on anti-social media. Thank you, Fish Camp, for 3 roses. I appreciate the support. Any support you all can give is totally appreciated. And thank you for the share, Aiden. And VB Nicole, welcome. If you're still here, it's hard to say who, I can see when you join, but thank you, Fish Camp TV. I believe Fish Camp does lives, and he, if I understand this correctly, he fishes. He goes fishing. So if you want to follow Fish Camp and watch him do his thing, that'd be cool. And he's a fellow agency member. If it's the same guy I'm thinking of. So, oh, okay. Hey, we could do a battle. No, actually, we can't do a battle because I'm streaming from Streamlabs, and the Live Center doesn't allow me to use the features. So something 80s. Well, I'm doing original songs, and I did write my very first song in 1983, and I did release that as a single recently. So thank you. Please, you can help. The more likes and shares and everything, the better the chances. So since you said to do something 80s, I was going to do my second recent single, but actually this was released only back in June, and it's the very first song I ever wrote. And I came across a recording of it recently, and then most songwriters I know are really ashamed of their first songs, but my first song came out pretty good, and I was proud of it. So I played it for some of my fellow songwriters, and they said, you should release this because it's still current. So I had to change a couple of words because some of the things that I said in 1983 don't make sense in 2024. But other than that, I'm going to play you the very first song I ever wrote. I packed my bags and I went off to school. It cost a lot of money, but I am no fool, 'cause everybody knows that you need an education to find a good career and wealth accumulation. Now I'm graduating and I'm looking for work. Nobody wants to hire me, I feel like a jerk. I'm looking and I'm searching, all I get is bad news. I'll tell you what it is, I got the job search blues. I show up for the interview, I walk up to the desk. I give my name, receptionist types it in and says, the boss will be here shortly. Make yourself at home, relax and have a seat while I call him on the phone. Instead I'm getting nervous, the tension it's a mountain. My palms are getting sweaty and my pulse rate it's a counting. I'm looking for rewards but I'm paying my dues. I'm headed for another round of job search blues. A man comes down the hall, shakes my hand. I hope he likes my grip, I hope he likes the way I stand. We go up to his office, I sit down in a chair, answer a few questions, then he gives me a stare. He says, I'm sorry, but you're not the one we're looking for. It's been nice meeting you, let me show you to the door. I don't know what went wrong, I'm still looking for clues. Just no escaping from the job search blues. I get back home, there's a letter from me. The envelope said that it's from the company I spoke to last week. I thought I had a chance, so I opened it up. It said, Dear applicant, we enjoyed meeting you. Thanks for taking the time to come here and see us. We think that you're fine. It's just that, well, you see, there's a lot of competition. We've hired someone else to fill the position. I fold the letter up, I add it to the pile with all the other dings I've been saving all the while. I think about my friends who are making 50 grand, but I'm a-sitting here without an offer in hand. I guess I should be busy looking through recruiting sites to find some more positions to which I can apply. But something deep inside me says I won't be amused. Expect another dose of the job search blues. That was, in fact, my first song. Yes, everybody listen to Nicole. Let's see how many likes we got so far. I can see if I switch over to this other app here. There's this app, it's called Tickfinity, in case you wanted to know. Oh, hey, we're doing pretty good on the likes. Keep it coming, everybody. I appreciate it. You know, I used to write country songs. Keith Whitley was a little before the time where I started listening to country music, but he did have, a couple of really famous, like, of course, When You Say Nothing at All. I guess that might have been his most famous one. I forgot what other song. He had a couple of songs that I knew, and of course, he's an all-time great. But if you like country, well, I want to do my other recent single, which I haven't done yet, but then I can do some country songs. This one's, I don't know, a little bit country-ish, I guess, but not really. Please tell me what genre this is. I need your help. I'm always having, when I try to market my music, they always say, well, what genre are you? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm kind of a little bit rock, a little bit country, a little bit pop, a little bit, I don't know. So KMC, let me do this latest song. I think you'll like this one. And then I'll do a country song or two. But this one was released just last month. All the greatest paintings ever made would pale next to your angel face. Your heaven's greatest work of art, with the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star. A night sky brushed with a silvery glow. You and me on a blanket below. I marvel at how beautiful you are, with the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star. If I never see the moon again, if tomorrow never comes, I'll be fulfilled, I'll be content, 'cause you've taught me what it means to love. I'm the happiest man in all of creation. These moments with you are a revelation. As I look through the window to your heart, with the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star. If the morning's gonna come again, the sun is gonna rise, this picture perfect night will end, but this love of ours will never die. I take your hand and I kiss your lips. Your very presence is a gift. I could gaze at you till the heavens part, with the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star. I could gaze at you till the heavens part, with the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star. With the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star. So I hope you like that. Why did I write this song? The one I just played? That's a good question. I don't even know why I thought of that title. I remember going on a tour of Europe back in the 80s, back in 1983. Is it country? I don't know. It's a little bit. It's got some jazz chords in it. Those major seventh chords, you know, this chord. That's kind of a jazz chord, and then the B7 is a little bit jazzy. But anyway, when I was in Europe, you know, I went to the famous museums, and the thing that really blew me away and made the biggest impression was Rembrandt. The way, you know, I saw the Night Watch and a couple of other of these paintings, and he had this magical thing he did with light, where he just made it seem bigger than the painting, like it was real, like the light was real coming from the painting. And so I don't know why, I was just thinking of a couple sitting outside and then this star shining like a Rembrandt painting and lighting up her face. And I just, you know, it's funny because I came up with this verse, you know, a night sky, and a silvery glow and beautiful and the light in her eyes. And then I was like, okay, well, now what? You know, and each verse I wrote, and then I thought, well, I could compare it to the paintings, of course. So I got that verse, then I switched the order of the verses. So actually the first verse I wrote second, but then I switched the order. And after each verse, I was like, now what? I don't know what I'm going to do. And then it's like, well, you know, if I never live to see another day, I'll be happy. So that became the bridge. Then I just said how happy I am now. Then I thought I could be done because, you know, there's a standard song structure. It's known as AABA, or verse, verse, bridge, verse. And I had that. So I thought, well, that's good enough. And I'm like, I don't know, it's too short. So I need another verse and a bridge. So then I thought, well, I said, if I never live to see another day, but I thought I actually am going to live to see another day. So the mornings are going to come again. So I got a second bridge. And then I need one more verse. And I thought, you know, I haven't touched her yet. I've just been talking. So I take your hand and I kiss your lips. And that became the last verse. And that's how I wrote that song. And it's always funny because sometimes things just come and there's luck involved. Or I don't know if it's luck or you just, I guess songwriters say you got the radar out and you're waiting for things. But, you know, I had this, the morning's going to come again, the sun's going to rise. And then this picture perfect night. I thought, picture perfect. You know, I'm talking about paintings. And I just somehow thought of the phrase, picture perfect. I'm like, that is just absolutely amazing for this song. So I put it in there. And I don't know why I thought of that, but I did. And it came, you know, it's just weird. And every time I sit down to write a song, a lot of times I'm just like, I don't know if I can do this again. And then I think, well, I've done it before. And I actually have a song that I wrote about that exact subject, which I probably am going to record. I might play that later, but I had a request for some country. So I got to play some country if KMC is still here. Okay, you're still here, I see. And I promised country. So I have a bunch of country songs here. I have one that I pulled out and I haven't relearned the chords yet. I'd love to play that one, but I guess I can't. So I'm going to play this one. And most of my country songs, not all, but most of them were co-written. This was co-written with a very, very talented writer and singer named Olivia West. And this is the songwriter in me. You know, in Nashville, you go to these writers' nights and it's often, oh, thank you, gay baby, for a rose and carry me for a rose. Thank you so much. So, you know, it's kind of courtesy to mention your co-writers. You don't always have to, but a lot of times people do it. Or if they like the song, they'll ask you, who'd you write that with? And, you know. But anyway, so I just want to acknowledge my co-writer because that's the songwriter in me. I know people like Taylor Swift doesn't get up on stage and say who she wrote the songs with. She just does them. But I come from the songwriting background, so. Waking up while the world's asleep, so alive, just her and me, a blanket of stars and a bed of clover. Feel her heartbeat in her chest. I want to savor every breath. Before I know it, it'll all be over. Time is slipping away. Couldn't you just stay? Slow down, moon, I'm begging you. Please let this night go on and on. You're going down too soon. I've got her where she wants me now. Don't let the sun intrude. Slow down, moon. I'm not ashamed to be afraid of the dawn of another day, when the night has been this good. Well, I don't know what I'm in for. All I know is I want more. I'd make this last forever if I could. But time is slipping away. Couldn't you just stay? Slow down, moon, I'm begging you. Please let this night go on and on. You're going down too soon. I've got her where she wants me now. Don't let the sun intrude. Slow down, moon. Will there be nights like this on other days? Well, I'm hoping so, but just in case. Slow down, moon, I'm begging you. Please let this night go on and on. You're going down too soon. I've got her where she wants me now. Don't let the sun intrude. Slow down, moon. I've got her where she wants me now. Don't let the sun intrude. Slow down, moon. Please slow down, moon. Please slow down, moon. So it's called Slow Down, Moon. And so I see, oh, thank you, Scully, for 2 roses. And thank you, Jay, for following the host. And Abby for the follow. And Scarlett's asking me to play I Love You, I'm Sorry. First, actually, I don't know that song. But I'm really here to do original songs that I wrote. So, I can occasionally be talked into doing a Grateful Dead cover because I'm such a Deadhead. And I have done some Grateful Dead covers. But, great to see you, KMC. Yes, I wrote that. I sure did. Well, I was going to do another country song for KMC, but he's leaving. Or she. I don't know if KMC is a he or a she. Hey, M. So, well, I'd have to learn the song. I don't even know how it goes. I don't know the melody. I'd have to learn the melody and the chords and the words. But really, I hope you'll hang around to hear me do some original songs. Because here's one that I wrote. Got some, wait a second. I'm going to screw it up. I'm going to screw it up if I don't pull up my cheat sheet. That's right, I'm admitting that I need a cheat sheet. Okay. Got so much on my plate, almost too much to take. I could sure use a break, and maybe you can too. You and me could go out, have a night on the town, but all that running around is too much work to do. I'm feeling so lazy, hang out with me, baby. Taking our time, doing the right kind of driving each other crazy. You and me doing nothing adds up to something that never ceases to amaze me. Are you with me? Let's get busy being lazy. We both can relax lying down in the sack, rubbing each other's back till we lose ourselves. Grab a beer from the fridge, a little salsa and chips. Watch Seinfeld season 6, just sitting back in bed. Feeling so lazy, hang out with me, baby. Taking our time, doing the right kind of driving each other crazy. You and me doing nothing adds up to something that never ceases to amaze me. Are you with me? Let's get busy being lazy. No need to worry, no need to hurry, no pressure. I love going nowhere as long as we go there together. Feeling so lazy, hang out with me, baby. Taking our time, doing the right kind of driving each other crazy. You and me doing nothing adds up to something that never ceases to amaze me. Are you with me? Let's get busy being lazy. Are you with me? Let's get busy being lazy. I'm so glad you like this, Leah. Slow Down Moon, I have not released that song yet. Most of my country songs I have not released. You know, I have studio demos, with hired musicians that I made of these songs, and a lot of them are on my Reverb Nation page under just the name Seth Jackson without my middle name. But I have not released, I guess I could. It just takes me so long to produce a track. I do everything myself nowadays. So, maybe I should just do simple guitar vocal versions and put them up on my website. I could do that. Oh, you like my Twitter song? I actually did that song already, but I could I could possibly be talked into doing it a second time. Most artists don't repeat songs during their concerts, but who am I to be bound by those rules, right? I didn't say I'm going to do it. I said I could be talked into doing it. I maybe should do something that I haven't done yet. Because I did that one not that long ago. Oh, Stella, happy birthday. So who wants to hear my latest single again? I don't know if you were here when I played it the first time, but if you all want to hear it again, I'll do it again. I need more votes. I need votes from people who already heard it. Oh, okay. Well, I got at least two people want to hear it. At least one person wants to hear it again. Okay. So I will again make the disclaimer that there is an explicit word that I've censored to keep it family friendly. But you'll know which word it is because it's in the second line and it rhymes with Twitter. Wait a second here, okay. He called it X, I still call it Twitter. Either way, that site has gone into the spitter. Name calling, rage trolling, lies and outright slander. Elon reposting, Nazi propaganda. Lies move at the speed of light. No one cares what's wrong or what's right. People spit out insults to that space. They never say straight to your face. Online or on the air, it's all gone way too far. Its grip is everywhere, pulling us apart. Giant corporations just keep getting greedier, fueling all the hate on anti-social media. Take a look at Newsmax, take a look at Fox. The way they talk to us, they think we're dumb as rocks. Non-stop, over the top, poison for the mind. 24/7, all outrage all the time. A creation of malignant dreams. A well-oiled hate machine. Online or on the air, it's all gone way too far. Its grip is everywhere, pulling us apart. Giant corporations just keep getting greedier, fueling all the hate on anti-social media. Anti-social. 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 Online or on the air, it's all gone way too far. Its grip is everywhere, pulling us apart. Giant corporations just keep getting greedier, fueling all the hate on anti-social media. They're fueling all the hate on anti-social media. Evan, thank you so much for that appears to be an ice cream cone, although I have mistaken in the past, because I only see the picture. I don't see the words to describe it. I have mistaken the ice cream cone for a confetti. And tear. How do I pronounce that? Tear? Thank you. 39 roses, 3 good games. Looks like a heart puff. Or is that a heart me? I'm not sure. And Laura, 2 roses and 2 more roses. Oh, 5 more roses from Tear. Thank you. Oh, and Lana, thank you for the rose. 2 roses. And, that song, of course, is, I guess, controversial. I feel like even if you don't agree with it, it's true. But I actually had a family member, a close family member, unsubscribe from my newsletter because of that song, not realizing hey, Caleb, not realizing that doing that actually proves the point of the song, because they chose Fox News over me, and Fox News tore us apart. Oh, hey, Alexandra, great to see you. Oh, in London, thank you for the share. And Roberto, thank you for the share. Hey, you guys. Roberto, you were here last night. And you were here with Savvy, right? Where's Savvy tonight? Hey, Emery, and thank you, Alexander, for sharing. And Caleb for the follow. Hi, Cora. So, okay. I got this song. I hope she's not working sadly. Is she sadly working, or is she just working and it's sad that she's not here? I hope she's not sadly working. She should be happily working. So, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so I have this new song. I don't know what to think of this song. And there was this trend going around, like, I guess this might be like totally out of date, but there's that sprinkle sprinkle thing. Y'all remember the sprinkle sprinkle thing? So I did this song. I started the song a while ago, and then I found the words, and I'm like, oh, I never finished this. Oh, thank you, DePopper. Hey, welcome back. Thank you for the 5 roses. So, I wrote the song. It's a satire of that, but I don't know if it's even worth playing, because I don't know if that's still a thing anymore. I I don't know. I just mentioned it. If everybody really insists, I'll play it. But hey, thank you for the follow, Ao or Io. Maybe I'll play something different. Oh, I haven't played. Oh my goodness, what is that? A ghost? What is that called? Is that a ghost? It looks like a ghost, but I only see the picture and I don't see the words. Oh, Cora wants me to play it. Okay, I just, I don't want to like play a bad song or a baby ghost. All right, thank you so much for the baby ghost. I really appreciate that. All right, I'm going to play it. I'm taking a chance. You might all hate this song and you might think it's stupid. And I'm not even sure it's finished yet. But I can't resist playing it. And I guess this is a way to get feedback, right? She's careful with her diet. She gets her exercise. She wears the hottest brand names. She's well accessorized. She's taking good advantage of his Ivy League degree. The Lexus that he bought her reflects his salary. She's a high value woman. He's a high value man. They both earn each other's favors. They take what they can. Their dating stock has shot to the top, just the way they planned. She's a high value woman. He's a high value man. They sit across the table of a trendy restaurant. The wine that's most expensive, that's the bottle that she wants. He'll be ready to pick up the tab on his platinum card. It's a sound investment. She looks good on his arm. She's a high value woman. He's a high value man. They've earned each other's favor, and they take what they can. Their dating stock has shot to the top, just the way they planned. She's a high value woman. He's a high value man. He's got the wallet, she's got the hotness. They both maximize their profit. She gets his pay, he gets his way. So one of them receives a better offer. They saw their stock rocket. I just rewrote this line, so I don't even know how it goes. They saw the stock rocket in the dating market, just the way they planned. She's a high value woman. He's a high value man. I actually rewrote this just before I went live today, so there was a couple of lines I'd never sung before, including that one. Have I earned many followers today? How many followers have I gotten today? Let me see what my app says, if it's going to tell me. Does it tell me how many followers? Oh, it tells me I got 19, but my goal is actually 50. And I have been getting, on some of my lives, 50 to 100 new followers, but this one, we're a little bit behind schedule tonight. Maybe it's because it's Saturday night and there aren't as many people around. But I'm here because, Saturday night, if you're not going out and you want to hear music, that's what I'm here for. I wrote my first song in 1983. This is a story I've been telling on my, my videos. And I actually earlier tonight played the very first song I ever wrote because I actually released it as a single back in June. So, the story is I have an older brother who was like the musician in the family. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. And please tell me how to pronounce your name. Is it Tara? Thank you, Not Emma, for the share. I do have a Spotify, and I have a website, SethHillaryJackson.com. You can actually download my music from my website, whereas you can only stream it on... So is it just Tier? Or is it Teary? I don't want to say it wrong. If I say Tier, is that good? So, anyway, there is a link in my bio. Oh, thank you, Cora, for the follow. There's a link in my bio. Depending on which platform you're on, you can either click it or copy and paste it into your browser, and that takes you to a link tree that has my website and my Spotify, my YouTube, and all my social medias. So please follow me on all those platforms and go to my website. You can download my music. You can sign up for my newsletter. I have merch available. Oh, and you know what? I haven't even plugged my merch. I should plug my merch. Because what I did, I was doing, making just t-shirts out of album covers and things like that. But then I got this idea. There was this one song that had a line that I felt like, this is possibly the best line I've ever written. And I turned it into a t-shirt, and then I made some other stuff out of it. Maybe I should do that song. But then I did that with a bunch of other songs. So I have 5 songs, I think, that I took one line. Okay, I'm going to do a different one. Oh, thank you, Pretty Heart, for the roses, 22 of them, and a hat and mustache. Thank you so much. So, and I'm so glad you have my Spotify. And Chloe, I'll be really happy if you do that to support me. That would be totally awesome. And anybody else who wants to do that would be totally awesome. So, all right, I'm going to do this other song because this is a meaningful song. Well, they're all... I wouldn't have made lines out of the lyric. I wouldn't have made merch out of the lyric if they weren't all meaningful songs. So that was kind of a redundant thing to say. But I wrote this song. I got a request. I got a message from a fan who said, we need more songs about peace. So I thought, well, I should try to do that if I can. But I thought, there have been all these anti-war songs, and I don't want to say the same thing that's been said in all these other anti-war songs. So I wrote this. Oh, thank you, Tier, for the follow on Spotify. So here's this song. The soldiers and the missiles, the rubble of the buildings, the ever-growing toll of death. I can't fathom all the killing. I sit in my comfortable living room, thousands of miles away, trying to come up with something deep and important to say. But the evils of war have been covered before. I've got no new world-changing thoughts to unleash. So all I can do is hope I'll break through with one more song about peace. A song won't stop an army. I can't undo the bombing. But if I can touch a single heart, at least that would be something. So I'll send this one simple message out to anyone I can. It shouldn't be a whole lot to ask for. Just be kind to your fellow man. The evils of war have been covered before. I've got no new world-changing thoughts to preach. So all I can do is hope I'll break through with one more song about peace. I picture a time when armies and guns are replaced by cooperation. 'cause every impossible dream come true starts with the imagination. The evils of war have been covered before. I've got no new world-changing thoughts to teach. So all I can do is hope I'll break through with one more song about peace. All I can do is hope I'll break through with one more song about peace. So here's one more song about peace. Thank you so much to Papa for the rose. Thank you, Liv, for the follow. I'm so glad you liked the song, Susanna and Ariana. And thank you for the follow, Ariana. So if you haven't guessed, I don't know if you could guess which line it was, but the line I turned into merch is the line, hey, I've been telling my life story on my profile. But the line that I turned into, t-shirts and, I should, let me look at my website and I'll tell you exactly what I have there for that song. The line is, every impossible dream comes true, starts with the imagination. I thought, that's a great message on its own. So I turned, let's see what I got there. I got, for that particular line, I have, what do I have? Oh, the Impossible Dream Collection, a hoodie, t-shirt, mouse pad, and a laptop sleeve. So I want to have like no more than 4 things. So I don't know if the laptop sleeve is the best thing, but I want to have, I couldn't make it I was going to make a phone case for that, but there's too many words. The type would be really small fitting on a phone case. So those are the 4 things I have up there for that song, for that line from that song. So as long as I'm talking about this, I should do another one of those songs, shouldn't I? Oh, hey, I see that my eyes are blurry. I can't read. Felipe. Hello. So I got several windows I got to keep an eye on here to because the way this app works, I got messages coming in from different platforms on in different windows. So there are I have mugs for some of my other songs, like, this one, the one I'm about to do, there is a mug for this song. Okay. I have mugs for several songs. I didn't make a mug for that song because I just thought that there's too many words and the type would be too small. But this song does have mugs. And I don't know if I'll let you guess should I let you guess which line it is from the song, or should I just tell you? I'm going to make you guess. I'm going to let you guess, I should say. A child's birthday is a party with their friends. Mine feels like a countdown to the end. I look back on the distance I have come. There are doors I still want to open up. My body's past its prime, but mostly working fine. I've still got time to hunt treasure. It's easy to believe that I'm too old to dream, but I'm young enough to know better. The clock is ticking till the day it's not. While I'm kicking, I'll give it all I've got. My plans, maybe aren't meant to be. But a ray of hope is just enough for me. My body's past its prime, but mostly working fine, and I've still got time to hunt treasure. It's easy to believe that I'm too old to dream. I'm young enough to know better. When all is done and I'm laid to rest, I'll be at peace if I've done my best. I'm on a quest. My body's past its prime, but mostly working fine, and I've still got time to hunt treasure. It's easy to believe that I'm too old to dream, but I'm young enough to know better. It's easy to believe that I'm too old to dream, but I'm young enough to know better. I'm young enough to know better. I'm young enough to know better. Oh, thank you for the... Is that a heart me? I believe that's a heart me, or is that a finger? No, that's a heart me, right? Tell me I'm right. Or tell me what it's actually called if I'm wrong. So, if you didn't guess, the line from that song that I have mugs and t-shirts, the line is, "A ray of hope is just enough for me," because I thought that's a message that stands on its own and it deserves its own, t-shirts and mugs. And do I have posters? What do I have for that one? Let me see what I have for that one. I have a t-shirt, a mug, a tote bag, and a mouse pad. But I'm open to, input on what kind of merch. Oh, hey, Felipe. Well, I have people watching. Thank you, Felipe. I have people watching on different platforms. I don't know if I should be naming platforms because I'm on multiple ones. But there is a platform known as a pioneer of vertical videos where I have many people watching. And there are a few people watching here too, which is good. It's a growing number. Now, I lost my screen. Okay. I'm so glad you liked that one. Oh, and thank you, Bambi, for the follow. And thank you, Ritika, for the follow. And thank you, Sarah, for the follow. And thank you, London, for the share. And Void, I don't know Fine or Fane or however you pronounce it, but actually the thing I'm here to do original songs mostly, although, hey, Tier, did you join on another platform? Is that the same person? Well, thank you for that. What was I going to say? I totally forgot what I was going to say. Oh, thank you, London, for sharing the live. Please share the live, everybody, if you're enjoying it. And follow me if you haven't followed me yet. And let's see. Oh, I have yet to do a sad song. Oh, thank you, Sam, for the share. I have yet to do a sad song. I don't have that many really sad songs. But this one, I like to say, this one is sad in the most positive way possible. And hopefully, oh, hey, Alexandra, welcome. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. So this is, as I like to say, this is sad in the most positive way possible, which might sound silly, but I think you'll know what I mean. Hey, Andrea. We've both been busy these days. haven't had much to say. Neither one of us seems to mind it that way. We don't go out anymore. We never touch anymore. We both seem to have one foot out the door. We were in love, but now it's time. You go your way and I'll go mine. Let's make this a goodbye with affection. There's no regret, no bad intentions, no drama, no deception. Just two people headed in opposite directions. No way to work it all out. Nothing to argue about. We both want different things. There's just no common ground. You know, we had a good run. We just ran out of sun. I'm always gonna smile when I look back on us. We were in love, but now it's time. You go your way and I'll go mine. Let's make this a goodbye with affection. There's no regret, no bad intentions, no drama, no deception. Just two people headed in opposite directions. I am who I am. You are who you are. It's nobody's fault. We just grew apart. We were in love, but now it's time. You go your way and I'll go mine. Let's make this a goodbye with affection. There's no regret, no bad intentions, no drama, no deception. Just two people headed in opposite direction. We're just two people headed in opposite directions. Opposite directions. Opposite directions. Well, thank you for the very kind comment and for the share. Sam, thank you for the share. Seth, thank you. Seth's got to stick together, you know. And, oh, what kind of, okay. Far Girl, I'll call you Far Girl. Thank you so much, Link. Please follow me if you haven't followed me yet, and share the live. All right, well now I'm going to do, since I did a sad song, I'm going to have to do, oh wait a second. I'm going to do this, I haven't done this one in a while. So this is kind of my life story. At least my adult life story. And I gotta end this pretty soon. It's already almost 10:30 my time. And I'm not getting any younger, you know. But, and I do have this chronic fatigue. But today's been actually a better day than normal. I actually got up earlier than usual today. A lot of days I don't, oh, thank you for the rose, Firewife. A lot of days I'm not out of bed until 2 or 3. Today I woke up at around noon. And then usually I can't go more than like 2 or 3 hours without a nap. But this afternoon I made it till like 6, after 6 before I had to lie down. And then, well, I'll just say happy birthday to your dog. Saka Nagadig. Okay, sorry, I got it wrong. So anyway, this is my adult life story. I decided when I couldn't take the corporate world anymore that I wanted to be a songwriter. And I was living on the East Coast, and I decided I had to learn more about it. I had only written like 10 songs, and I really thought, if I'm going to be a songwriter, I really need to learn more about songwriting. So I found this music school in LA, and I packed up everything it's called the Grove School of Music, and I packed up everything. I sold off a bunch of stuff, and I packed the rest into my car, and I drove to California. And the first thing that happened there is I met this woman who I ended up marrying. And while I was trying to become a songwriter, we raised a family. I had a bunch of close calls. Thank you, Kanaz, for 10 roses. So anyway, our kids grew up, went to college back east, and then my wife and I decided she's from another country, so we should follow my kids. And so we packed up the car, and I'm driving back east, and as I crossed the state line from California, it was so weird. It's almost like it all never happened, except I have my wife with me. And I wrote this song, literally wrote it in my head in the car while I was driving, and I had to keep repeating it in my head to not forget it before I had a chance to write it down. So here's that song. I still can see that welcome sign in the desert on I-10. The maze of streets that greeted me when I arrived back then. I was gonna make it big when I first hit LA. Now I'm an older nobody driving back the other way. People came and disappeared like I imagined all those years. There is no California, no sunny skies to warm ya, and no starry-eyed dreams come true like I went there for. It must have once existed, somehow I must have missed it, but there is no California anymore. Was barely there a week first time I looked into your eyes. Through every dead-end street I hit, you stood there by my side. Through all the no's and maybes, all the big shot BS talk. Yes, we've got a deal, and then they don't return my calls. Facing east behind the wheel. Please don't blame me if I feel there is no California, no sunny skies to warm you, no starry-eyed dreams come true like I went there for. It must have once existed, somehow I must have missed it, but there is no California anymore. Expectations turn to vapor, but I came out with something greater. You're still here, and I can love you anywhere. So I don't really care that there is no California, no sunny skies to warm you, no starry-eyed dreams come true like I went there for. It must have once existed, somehow I must have missed it, but there is no California anymore. No, there is no California anymore. Yes, I do have a Spotify, and I have a website, SethHillaryJackson.com, and there is a smart link. There's a link in my bio, and you can either, depending on where you are, you can click it or you can copy and paste it, and that will take you to a link tree. And that will take you to my website and my Spotify or Apple Music and YouTube and all my social media. And so please go to all those places. And you can sign up for my newsletter at my website and download my music and get merch. So, you know, I haven't even done a mental health song tonight. I have my songs broken up into categories, you know. I have, of course, relationship songs, and I have those into two categories. You know, there's the happy ones and there's the not happy ones. Then I have mental health songs, and I have political songs. I haven't done I guess anti-social media, that could be considered a political song. So I have done one. And one more song about peace, that's also a message song. And then I have silly songs. And I have just general songs about life. So, all right, well, thank you, Kayla, for sharing. So I'm going to do, this song is actually, I guess, would be considered deep and meaningful. I could tell the background, but I'm just going to play the song. I don't know too slippery. But I'm here to do original songs that I wrote, and I hope you enjoy this one. You called me stupid. You called me lazy. You called me selfish. You betrayed me. Now every day I carry round the pain. But it hurts me more to hold on to the blame. I forgive you. I really have to. I'm tired of going through hell. I forgive you. Now all I have to do is learn to forgive myself. Can't shake this feeling. I should be perfect. I can be brilliant, or else be worthless. It always feels like I did something wrong. But I've been way too angry, far too long. I forgive you. I really have to. I'm tired of going through hell. I forgive you. Now all I have to do is learn to forgive myself. You hurt me more than you could know, but that all happened long ago. Now it's up to me to stand on my 2 feet. I forgive you. I really have to. I'm tired of going through hell. I forgive you. Now all I have to do is learn to forgive myself. I forgive you. Now all I have to do is learn to forgive myself. I forgive you. Now all I have to do is learn to forgive myself. Well, I'm glad you like it. Thank you so much. Thank you for the share. That's for, well, you know, I don't really want to go into, I've mentioned this in my videos, but I would say that I'm a survivor of child abuse. And that's what that song is about. Okay, well, it is getting late. And I'm old. I'm an old guy. Oh, you know, but I just hit an hour and 30 minutes. Wow. This is one of my longer lives. All right. So, I can perk up the mood with a fun little song. You want to hear a fun little song after that? Oh, I'm sorry. G. John sent me a rose while I was singing that song, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So I'm going to do a fun little song, if that's not too weird to do a fun song after that. But this is a little sing-along. This might be the last one because I am getting a little bit tired. And it's late. But this actually started out as a song, as an exercise for a class that I ended up dropping. And I started this thing. I just had to throw something together real quick, and then I realized, hey, this could be a real song. So I turned it into a real song, and I really like it. It's a fun, and it's a sing-along, and it's actually a celebration of songs and songwriting. You know, a lot of songwriters feel like their songs have to all be deep and meaningful, but that's not really true, really. So anyway, I hope if you want to sing along from home, I hope you'll join in. Otherwise, whatever. I want to write a song for no reason in particular. Don't want to make it long. I'd rather keep it simpler. So here it is. Sing it with me, sing it with me, sing it with me. Sing it with me, sing it with me, sing it with me. You know I feel good, feeling real good. So sing it with me, sing it with me, sing it with me. Ba-da-ba-dum-bum, ba-da-ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-da-ba-dum-bum, ba-da-ba-dum-bum-bum. But I'm just throwing in some words to carry on the melody. Create another verse, leave it as my legacy. So here it is. Sing it with me, sing it with me, sing it with me. Sing it with me, sing it with me, sing it with me. You know I feel good, feeling real good. So sing it with me, sing it with me, sing it with me. From my la-da-da-dum-bum, ba-da-ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-da-ba-dum-bum, ba-da-ba-dum-bum-bum. But a song doesn't need a reason. It's just a little rhyme. It doesn't need a deeper meaning if it's a good time. Sing it with me, sing it with me, sing it with me. Sing it with me, sing it with me, sing it with me. You know I feel good, feeling real good. So sing it with me, sing it with me, sing it with me. Ba-da-ba-dum-bum, ba-da-ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-da-ba-dum-bum, ba-da-ba-dum-bum-bum. Ba-da-ba-dum-bum, ba-da-ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-da-ba-dum-bum, ba-da-ba-dum-bum-bum. Well, let's see. Oh, thank you for the share and for the like. I might have to wrap it up here, given that I'm getting tired and it's late. And I feel like I should stay longer because it's been an hour and 30 minutes. And I was told that like some magic happens with the algorithm after an hour and a half. And more people just start getting sent. I don't know if that's really happening or not. But I don't know if I can really play any more songs. I could hang out and like chat for a couple of minutes. If you all want. If you have any questions that I can answer. Oh, hey, Andres. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you liked it. And please follow me if you haven't followed me yet, everybody, because I'm probably going to sign off any moment now. If I don't have any questions or any chat, then I guess I'm going to go. What's the first instrument that I played? Well, actually, let's see. I guess guitar. I've only played two really instruments. Well, I guess I could say piano because I had a piano at home and I, did one finger and I actually wrote this melody on the piano, which I still remember to this day. And I forget how I can sing it in my head, but I don't know the notes on the guitar. But that's I forgot that part. I mean, in my head I know how it goes, but I have to relearn it on the instrument. But anyway, so I did. I played guitar. I tried guitar when I was 11, and that didn't work out at first. So I quit that, and I talked about all this on my profile and my videos. I played sports instead. But I also played viola. I was chosen for the school orchestra in 8th grade. It was actually a class that you get like credit for. You get a grade and you get credit. And I was picked for this class. And the teacher, I wanted to play violin, but my older brother played violin. And they said, no, you shouldn't play the same instrument as him. So you should play viola. And I didn't want to play viola, but they kind of basically forced me into playing viola. And I quit guitar because I didn't practice enough, and then I quit viola because I didn't quit. I was in the class. I started out the year in first chair. There were 4 violas, and I never practiced, so I ended up the year in 4th chair. And then I finally got a guitar and started learning songs, when I was in college. Why am I on live? I don't know what kind of question that is. Because I can. No, because I want to, share my music with you all. Oh, thank you. The Heart Marksman. Thank you for the follow. So that's that. That's the story there. And I didn't write my first song till I was 28 years old. And I write my own songs. So I wrote my first song when I was 28, and I actually performed that song earlier today because I recently found this recording I had made of it. And I played it for some songwriter friends. Most songwriters I know hate their first songs, but my first song came out pretty good. And I played it for these other songwriters, and they convinced me to release it. So it's the first song I ever wrote. You can hear it on Spotify. I played it earlier in the live. But it's called Job Search Blues, and it's on my website. You can download it from there. And you can hear it on streaming platforms. And again, it's SethHillaryJackson.com, and there is that smart link. There is a link in my bio. So, you can copy that into your browser. That'll take you to a link tree that has or also known as a smart link, that has all my other links in it, like my website and my Spotify and my social medias and all that. And you can follow me all those places. And do I believe in the afterlife? Not really. To be honest, not really. But do you believe in the afterlife? I mean, this is one of these things. You know, I actually took a religious philosophy course in college. This is kind of a funny story, actually. But the focus of the course was strictly the arguments for and against proving the existence of God. You know, that was the entire course, was, can you prove the existence of God? And, you know, I read all these philosophers and, you know, I don't even remember, like, most of the arguments. I remember a couple of them. But I remember the conclusion from the class. And the conclusion of the class is, you can't prove that God exists, but you also can't prove that he doesn't. So you can't prove it either way. There's just no possible way to prove that God does or does not exist. So, but the funny thing about that class is I was thinking about the professor that took this. He was kind of a weird guy. And I was just wondering about him. So I Googled him a few years ago. And I found out this philosophy professor that I studied with had become a very controversial figure in his home country. He was from, I think it was Ethiopia. And he was like an assistant to the dictator of the country. And I guess they finally got rid of that dictator. But he was a very high-ranking person in that country. They appointed him as the head of the national university. And he became this very influential and controversial guy in, I believe it was Ethiopia. And that was my philosophy professor. You know, if you had asked me who would become the assistant to a dictator among all my teachers and professors, he'd probably be the last guy. He would be one of the last guys I would have thought of. But I know, really. He used to lecture, and like he was staring out into space, and he'd lecture. But it wasn't like he had no expression in his voice, but it was a kind of a... He didn't have a lot of expression, but he had some, and it was just... I don't know, my friend and I had this friend in college, and it was the only class we ever took together. And we used to kind of laugh at this guy, because it was just funny. And it's like, he became that? I never would have guessed that in a million years. Then I told my friend, and it turned out he knew, and he never told me. He never thought to tell me about this. So anyway, that's my theology lesson for the day. So anyway, I'm so glad to see all of you here. I hate to go when you're all here, and you know. But it is late. I probably don't have the energy with my chronic fatigue to play any more music for this evening. Hey, Janet. How are you? But I like chatting with you, if you don't mind me yapping a little bit. But anyway, I probably should just call it a night. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow or Monday. You know, I don't have these things scheduled because of my chronic fatigue. For those of you who don't know and haven't, but I have long COVID, and it's really been bad. I can't go more than a few hours usually without lying down. Today has actually been way better than most days. Today I've had more energy for a longer period of time than I have most days. I don't know if I want to think. I've actually had days like this before, and I think, oh, maybe I'm recovering, and then it turns out I'm not recovering. But who knows? It would be totally awesome if I would recover from this and I could start living a normal life again and start going back to the gym. I actually caught COVID at the gym because, you know, I was taking all the precautions and I was masking. And then my gym said, oh, you got a new state-of-the-art ventilation system. And I was going to the gym and, I was one of the only people masking there. And then, I looked at the CDC data. I didn't just lightly decide to quit masking. The gym said they have good ventilation. And I looked at the CDC data and it said there was low transmission in my area. And it had been 3 years since the pandemic. And I thought, all right, I don't need to mask anymore. So I started going to the gym without a mask. And within a week, I got COVID. And I have never really recovered. But I don't know 505 Shadow, and I'm really here. My real thing is that I'm a songwriter, so I usually just do original songs. Although every once in a while I can be talked into doing a Grateful Dead cover because I'm a big Deadhead. And I don't know if you know what that means, but that means I'm a huge fan of the band, the Grateful Dead, and I listen to them almost every day. And I've been doing that. I saw a Grateful Dead concert in 1973. I had these great friends. Yeah. So I had these great friends. I told this story in my videos, but I met these friends at camp. It's a long, convoluted story. I met these friends because I had a good jump shot. But anyway, and then they ended up inviting me to this Grateful Dead concert. And I didn't know anything about the Grateful Dead except somebody had told me once. I remembered somebody told me they were great. They were the best in concert. So I went. And I've never been the same. It changed my life. I ended up, believe it or not, I ended up seeing them between 250 to 300 times in my life over a period of 30 years before Jerry Garcia, who was the founder of the band and the lead guitarist, before he died tragically in 1995. But they're really different from any other band, really. Well, they started this whole jam band thing that, was inspired by them, but they're not like all the other jam bands either. Actually, a lot of these jam bands, they're actually probably better musicians than the Grateful Dead. But none of them really could do what the Grateful Dead. They just, they were pretty much their own genre. They combined rock and country and jazz and pop and funk and everything. And I don't know. I could go on all day about the Grateful Dead, but anyway, I should stop. I should stop just rambling on. I'm just starting to ramble. But you're still here, so I guess you're enjoying this with me, so that's good. It's hard to pick a favorite song. There are a couple of candidates. Like, there's a song called The Other One. I actually did a cover. The one cover I have released is a cover of the Grateful Dead song, The Other One. But my version, and the only reason I did it is because my version is totally a departure from what they did. So The Other One, the Dead were a jam band, and that was one of their premier jam songs. And there was a time, like in the 1972 especially, they were doing these really long jams, and they were doing like 20 and 30 and 35-minute versions of The Other One. But my version is really short, and there's no jamming on it. But it's on Spotify. And then this other song that's really I don't know why I started to like this song so much. I used to think it was just kind of a, innocuous song. It just kind of, it's a slow thing, and it kind of has this lazy tempo, and it sounds like a train. There's this riff that makes it sound like it's kind of ingenious. The song's called He's Gone, and there's this riff that just kind of sounds like a train. It goes... And for somehow that just sounds like a train. So, and it's a slow thing. And I never really realized how good it was. And then they started using it in a really prominent spot in the concerts when they would play it. It was the song that kicked off these, hellacious jams. And I just love the way this little slow, lazy thing just would be the jumping off point for, you know, these crazy jams. So that's sort of become one of my favorites of theirs. But there are a bunch of them. You know, there's also this one called Ramble on Rose that I love to sing and play. There's a lot of them. There's one called Tennessee Jed that I love, and you know, those are like Country Dead. Well, He's Gone is kind of countryish also. Well, you know, the album that a lot of people get into for them is, they're really known for their live shows, but some of their albums are pretty good. And the album that a lot of people really get into them with is called American Beauty, and it's like it's basically mostly countryish, country and folk, and there's like a blues song or two. It's got a little blues influence, but it's mostly like country and folk, and it has it has like 3 of their really classic songs on it. Actually, more than 3. I guess you could consider, yeah. So I would say 4 of their classic songs, and really 5, if you think about it. So anyway, but they're known for their live shows, and a lot of people really hate them. I say, and I really understand why people hate them, because they're very, the word I like to use is unpolished, and their live vocals, you know, they miss a lot of notes, and they're kind of ragged sounding, and sometimes they're, you know, sometimes they forget the words, and they screw up sometimes. But the whole thing is they're in the moment. They're always in the moment, and their whole show is pretty much improvised. So it's just a thing that either you love it or you hate it, I guess. But they have a lot of really great songs. So even if you don't like their live shows, there are some really great songs on their albums. And that album, American Beauty, has a lot of really great songs on it. So, anyway, it's been so much fun being with you all. And I'll go live as soon as I can, maybe tomorrow or the next day. And until then, I hope to see you.